you guys aren't new, but there are a lot of new players in this rotation in this, you know, time. What are you learning about the team in these last few games, the game the other day and recent camps? What can you tell fans that they're going to see the team on Monday?
I think first and foremost, the depth of this team is growing so much. And I think that is the most important thing with the US national team. It's like, it's the most competitive environment that I've ever been a part of. And that's been through years and years and years. And that's what makes it, you know, one of the best teams in the world for so long. So to have that depth, to have these new young players coming through and absolutely killing it and, putting on a show in this last game as well. And with the balance of experienced players and new players, it's really important.
Yeah, I mean, I second what Lynn said. I think it's just like next woman up. And I think Emma's being really intentional about giving the younger players an opportunity so that when 2027 comes around, like everyone is ready to go whenever they're called on and whatever role they play. So being able to step into moments like even yesterday against a really top side and show out like we did, I think is a great step forward for us. But I think our depth is going to be like our most lethal weapon going forward.
You mentioned that this is one of the most competitive, obviously, atmospheres you've been in with the national team. How much has Emma played a role in that? Obviously, you guys are an amazing, extensive player role, but how much has the coach really impacted that as well?
Yeah, well, one, she brings her experience and learnings from, years and years at Chelsea in such a high environment, and class environment where she has players that, come and go as well. And I think that's what you have to make of this environment. Like, it can't just be a steady state starting 11 all the time. Like, you need to have that competitive environment. I think her giving the opportunity to these players, like giving them experience, and also with what Sam just said, like, we don't want to go into a World Cup where someone only has one or two caps that might potentially be starting a game. Like, you need to give them experience now, and this is the time to do it. And then, when it dwindles down time, like we'll definitely tie things in together. But yeah, I think she's been absolutely awesome in that. But also just giving the confidence to everyone as well, like to go do their thing and know that they're here for a reason.
Timing is perfect. You guys are here for an Eastern Conference final. Going to be watching Messi tonight. What's your take on what he brings to the U.S. overall?
I mean, I feel like you're locked and loaded for this question. I mean, like, I feel like it's so clear just seeing even like the draw that just him alone, like that he gets in whatever market he's going to. I feel like no matter what market Miami is in, it's like everybody wants to go see him. And just having that excitement, especially going into the Men's World Cup next year and then ours, like, I think just building that passion for the game in the US is so key. And he's obviously like such a fundamental part of that. So we're really excited to watch him play.
Did you have any thoughts on that same topic?
I think for me, it's like the game is growing in America, and one player can make it grow that much quicker. I think everyone in the world knows who Lionel Messi is, but might not know all the other players on Inter Miami or some of the other MLS teams. But everyone is coming to watch Messi. But then now you get to see actually, top class games and performances. And I think like the NWSL, it's growing so much and getting so much better that these it turns out they're some of the most competitive leagues in the world.
Yeah. Blow the mind a little bit that he's still in at 38. Like, this doesn't make sense.
No, it's not really.
No.
I mean,
I think everyone thought he would come in here and do just what he's done. I mean, it's messy, so
yeah.
I want to ask you, there were a lot of big personalities on this team in the past, big leaders, big personalities, spokespeople. How is the new team now? Who is emerging? Obviously, you guys, you're standing here talking to us. Talk about how does the team develop that kind of leadership with the newer generation?
You can start. I mean, I just think I think we are so inexperienced in so many ways that like even for someone like myself, like I don't have all the caps in the world, but I do have more than a lot of people that are here. So it's almost like you're in the best way possible, like forced into this leadership role or to use your voice, talk about your experience. And I think like accepting that challenge and embracing it and just helping to serve the team in whatever way like I can and others can is ultimately like our duty to the group. But I just feel like our team is in such a great spot right now. Like I feel like our culture has really never been better. And obviously Lindsey can attest more to that. But I think like our team unity and just our genuine like love for one another is, I think, what makes our bond so strong. And I think that that's what people are seeing on the field is like, we love playing together. We love spending time together. Like we're hanging out outside of like required practice times and we have s'mores nights and like just cute little like moments of camaraderie. And so I think when you have that in a team, it shows on the field. And I know taking that into 2027 is going to be really important.
Lindsay, you have been around, you sort of straddled both the older and the newer generation. How much of how much pressure or whatever do you feel, or not pressure, I guess, obligation to be a leader at this point, with the experience you have?
Well, one, I think it's such an honor for me. I think every time I step in here, that it's such a grateful moment that I have that I'm considered that, and I take that role very seriously. But I don't think Sam gave herself enough credit. Like it makes our job a lot easier when there's people like her that can step up. And again, maybe not the most caps. So you got to be getting up there though.
Slowly but surely, we're
Um,
going.
but she is such a great leader, and there's so many in this team that make our lives easier and make, I mean, it again, like, make it so enjoyable, and it's not a hard team to help lead. And like Sam said, I think the balance and competitiveness, when we step on the pitch, and everything that we fight for and work for, and everyone wants to play, and everyone wants this team to win and be successful. And then you get off the pitch and you're enjoying dinners, you're enjoying talking, you're enjoying each other and staff, and everything. I think that's such a great balance to have. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's nice.
It
How
is.
would you describe Emma as a coach, as a person, as a coach? What is she? How is she different, or how is she
She's
unique?
different.
She is.
What's
She's
unique about her?
different.
I think it's so crazy. Like, she has so much going on, and I think us players, we don't know the ins and outs of every single meeting and individual meeting, staff meeting, whatever. But it's a lot, and I think for her to be fully prepared every single time that she steps on the field and steps in a meeting with us, and to have answers, and to have her availability is so nice. And I think, again, credit to her experience that she's had at Chelsea and all the big games that she's played in and everything. I think she's so calm and poised, and I think it's one of the nicest thing as a player when you're on the field and maybe something's going right, something's going wrong, but you look on the side and you see
Yeah.
calmness. That is a really nice thing to have, and that's a form of confidence as well, and gives us confidence. So I
Yeah.
think that's something that she gives us every single day.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's not enough words to describe this woman. Like, she's a legend, and I mean, I think I speak.
Crazy.
She also, in the best way, yeah. I think I speak for Lindsay and myself. Like, it's such a privilege to be coached by her, and like, we just love it. Like, she is so fun to play for. And to
Yeah.
Lindsay's point, like, she brings such a calm to every situation, and it's like she's never rattled. Like, even when after we lost to Portugal in a really uncharacteristic performance and loss for us, like, I remember coming back into the meal room after the game, and like, she was just expressing how much she like loved us. She's like,
Yeah.
I love you guys. Like we're obviously all just sad and like
Yeah.
frustrated. And for your coach to be saying that instead of like, I don't know, many other things, like, she cares so much about the person behind the player. And I think that's what we feel. And I think that gives us a freedom to be our best. And yeah, she's constantly making time for us. Like, her schedule is insane. It's like meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting. But if she has a free hour, like, she's using it to meet with us or to connect with players, and not just like players who have been around, like everyone. Like, everyone is important. Everyone is valued. Everyone has a role, whether that's someone in for their first cap or a staff member or whoever. And creating a culture like that, like, that's what makes a championship team. And so, yeah, she is one of a kind for sure.
2027 is a long way away, but not really. Kind of in a way, like
18 months.
it's,
Not
540.
long.
but it's either going to take forever or it's going to be here tomorrow. It's going to be one of those
Yeah.
two. Is it tough? I know teams always talk about like you don't skip steps, but is it tough to like not be consumed by it already? Like, is it always in mind somewhere?
Yeah, I think, of course, that's the end goal. Like, one, we want to qualify for the World Cup, but we want to go and win the World Cup. But I think this team is really good about taking each step at a time and each camp at a time, knowing in the back of our minds, like, everything we're doing now is preparing for that. But we want to go win every game. We want to go and get better every single day, learn in the classroom. Like, these are really important things for this team. And we know that we stay in this moment, that, that future's ahead of us, and we're going to be the best to our ability when we get there.